What is going on, everyone? I am back once again, and it's been a little while since I done a closer look video. I think I may have done one for my Halloween horror, but I want to get back into doing those videos because they seem to do really well. It's basically, for those who are not familiar with it, I just show you guys a closer look at the movies I have. A lot of times when you go on YouTube and you want to see a closer look at maybe the upcoming release of a film or an older film that's been out for years or decades, you want to have some type of interest in it. So before you buy it, you kind of want to get an idea of what this, what does it come with? What's the packaging look like? Because you do, or a lot of times when you go online, you're getting stock photos. So you really want to see it on video, see what people think about it, and see if it catches your interest. And this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. I see other YouTubers do it, but I figured I would do it with my own personal collection instead of like the typical new releases and things like that. Because there are older releases out there that might be worth picking up. So today we're going to be doing the Beastmaster. Now, I know this movie does have I believe a 4K, but it's like out of print, and it's pretty pricey. But I was able to find the DVD for a good price, and I actually bought it from another YouTuber. They are a eBay reseller YouTuber, and they put the link to their store. And when I saw they had this, I had to snag it right away. I remember growing up watching this a few times. It does have sequels. Unfortunately, I don't think they're available on DVD. They may be overseas, like Australia or the UK. But for the US, the only way you can get them is the VHS copies. And I think those can go for a good price. But the best way, I would say is to get like a homebrew DVD release of the sequels, which is basically a bootleg. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a look. It's a Don Coscarelli film. For those who are not familiar with him, he wrote and directed the Phantasm films. At least he directed the first four and wrote, well, let me rephrase that. He wrote all five movies. He only directed the first four. Another director came in and directed the fifth movie. But he's got those. This John Dies at the End is another movie of his. Bubba Hotep. I think his filmography is very slim compared to guys like Tarantino, who has a decent amount of films, but his catalog is small as well, not compared to like Martin Scorsese or Christopher Nolan, or, well, I would say Christopher Nolan. He's another director who has, doesn't have that many, like a lot of these directors have under 10 films under their belt. I think Quentin Tarantino is at 10 movies, maybe, give or take. I don't know. I've lost track at this point. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Such a fun, cheesy action 80s film. Is it like late 80s, mid 80s? Early 80s, 82. So really, really nice. There's the spine, old Anchor Bay release. I've been trying to check out a lot of these old Anchor Bay releases as well. There's some cool releases that have come out in films I didn't even know had a DVD release. And I've been catching interest due to Planet CHH doing his videos that he has done on a lot of these older releases, kind of talking about the early days of Anchor Bay. And of course, Anchor Bay has come back. Which is pretty cool. And then you get let me flip that over, you get the disc, and then you get a really cool booklet. Not only that, but the chapter selection insert is like a thicker cardboard, which is pretty cool. And then on the other side is the theatrical poster, which I would love to find a poster of this. Like a replica. I don't need like the original because those can go for a pretty penny. And then we have this nice little like booklet that you get, and it gives you like information on the film and stuff like that. So really, really nice that this Anchor Bay release put the effort in when it first came out back in the day. I mean, like, it's very thick. Like, I mean, it's not like a novel or a book, but it's got some, it's got a few pages with some information. I want to say, let's see. I want to say it's about the filming or just about the mythology of it or something like that. I don't know. I haven't read it. I think it might be on like the release of it and stuff like that. And then the disc, it's pretty cool. It's got like a little ring on there. So yeah, one of my all-time favorites growing up. I remember watching this a few times, but it's been so long since I've seen it. A lot of the movies I have in my collection, I'm actually waiting for January, kind of, getting through the Christmas movies and the holidays, and then come January, I'm going to I'm going to start going through my collection and do movie reviews and format reviews, because there's a lot of 4Ks I still need to watch, like Back to the Future. There's films I still need to review in my collection. So yeah, I've just been kind of holding off on them. And the new year, I'm definitely going to be having a ton of movie reviews. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on Beastmaster. What do you guys think of the film? Is it a favorite of yours? Do you enjoy it for what it is? Your thoughts on Don Coscarelli and his filmography, and who's your favorite director? Like, it could be a well-known director like Scorsese, or oh man, why do I have a brain fart on the director I'm thinking of? Steven Spielberg. There we go. If it's movies from him, or it could be a director that does like a straight to home videos like Trauma. I love the guy who created Trauma, Kaufman, Lloyd Kaufman. That's his name. Um, he Yeah, I have to give him credit, because he comes up with these great ideas, and I'm sure it's not just him. I'm sure there's a lot of writers and stuff like that, but just the ideas that come, I love the cheesiness, because it's allowing them to take their creativeness and put it on film, even if it's out there. And let's be honest, our imagination can run wild. That's a little Hulk Hogan reference. What you gonna do, brother? Yeah, sorry. But nonetheless, I would love to hear who your favorite director is. Mine is Tim Burton. Tim Burton's my number one. Don Coscarelli is my number two. And it's hard to say who's after that, because there's so many directors. I would say my top three are going to be Tim Burton, Don Coscarelli, and Quentin Tarantino. Just a unique style. They constantly, bring a lot of their actors from other films into, the film that they're working on from time to time. Not always, but I just like what they've created. And yeah, so I don't want to make this video too long, but thank you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. It's much appreciated. The more likes I get, the better. I think it helps me in the search and things like that. Allows more people to check out the channel. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, definitely do so. I do collection updates when I can. I do movie reviews. I do a closer look series like I'm doing right now, movie recommendations, and so much more. A lot of new stuff is coming within the new year. Just trying to get through this year, since we're getting pretty close. And yeah, so there's that. So if that catches your guys' interest, definitely subscribe. And I got plenty of videos on the channel. I have a little over 900. Plenty of movie reviews and things like that. And it definitely helps me out. If you watch an hour worth of content on my channel, it increases me by 1 hour worth of watch time. And my long-term goal is to get monetized. That's the biggest goal for me on YouTube. I love talking about films. I'm the only person in my family who's basically the movie buff. So this is kind of something I really enjoy doing, and I do want to turn it into a career of some sort, do giveaways. I have so many ideas for some great giveaways I want to do as well, out and about and things like that. Some of it will come, especially when I do get monetized. But yeah, it's just a dream job. I love movies. I love talking about them, and I love being able to at least, you know, um, what's the interact with you guys, because you guys enjoy movies as well. I actually have picked up a lot of films, to add into my collection, because I've watched a lot of videos that you guys have done. Whoever does content and is subscribed and watching this video, a lot of times I've picked up movies based on what they have. Let's see. horror fan. I can't remember the last digits of his, like, the numbers, but uh, he's picked up. I've seen him do videos, and some of the movies he's picked up, or he has done, like the ritual where he eats a meal and watches a movie. I've picked up due to those videos. Rob's Nightmare is another one. You know, whether it's a collection that he's done, a movie review, or anything, it's caught my interest. Those are at least two YouTubers I can think of at the moment, and just there's so many more. Like I said, with the Anchor Bay release of the Beastmaster I just showed you, Planet CHH, you know, talking about the Anchor Bay releases in the early days and showing some of the DVDs he has in his collection. That's what has inspired me to get a lot of these movies into my collection. DVDs at the moment are cheap. You know, that's why I've been buying a lot at thrift stores to add to the collection. And then I do eventually upgrade. I get my money back, so it's not like it's a complete loss. But it's a better alternative than having to wait to get the Blu-ray, especially if I want to watch it. I have passed up films so I can get the Blu-ray or the 4K, which is, you know, completely fine. But it seems like nowadays a lot of the 4Ks and the Blu-rays are getting a little pricey, and when I can make a sale here and there on eBay and it's at least enough to pick up the DVD with free shipping, I'm gonna pick it up, especially if I'm in the mood to wanting to watch it. So yeah, there's like a lot of not Stallone films. Yeah, there's a lot of Stallone and Van Damme films I want to get. Hopefully I can get the Blu-rays. I'm holding off on getting any of the DVDs. I think one of the biggest things I'm going to do for the new year moving forward is just picking up Blu-rays and 4Ks. The only time I will purchase a DVD is if it does not have a Blu-ray. If there's no Blu-ray for it, then I'll pick up the DVD. And I think there was another rule I was setting too. It wasn't just that, oh, if it was like a TV series or a volume series that I need to complete, then I'll pick those up. If the series has a Blu-ray, then I will prefer holding off and getting that. Because like three TV shows I do want to eventually add to the collection that are three of my favorites that I want to get on Blu-ray are Once Upon a Time, Grimm, and The X-Files. So sorry about the long chit chat, guys, but with that being said, don't want to make this video way too long and get off topic. But thank you guys for tuning in on Film Talk with Mikey. Till next time, guys, we'll talk films. You guys take care, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.